Hey you guys, this is Remy, y'all, once again coming at you. Remember the almond milk that I made? Yes. Now, with that same almond milk, I am going to make vanilla ice cream. Yes. So with my vanilla ice cream, y'all, it is so simple. I'm going to use 4 cups of the almond milk that I made. Put it in the Ninja or blender. I'm also going to use some coconut whipping cream. And I got this from Vitacost, but I believe you can get it off Amazon as well. So I'm going to use a half a can of this, and I already opened it and put it in the refrigerator so it can get a little cold, just so our ice cream can chill quickly. So I'm going to put that half a can of the coconut whipping cream in here. Splattering. Okay. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. I'm spilling. And I'm gonna add, you all can add your own amount of agave, but what good is ice cream if it's not sweet? So I'm gonna start out with 1/4 of a cup. Yep, 1/4 of a cup. But we're gonna taste it to make sure that it's sweet of agave or any kind of sweetness of your choice. So that's it. I'm gonna put this top on. Let it blend for a little while, 10 to 15 seconds until all the ingredients get incorporated. And I'm just going to taste it just to make sure that it's sweet enough. And like I said, it's ice cream. So I'm just going to taste my mixture. It's good, but it needs a little bit more agave. So I'm going to add, I'm going to go back to, I'm going to try 1/8 this time of agave and see if that's it. This should be it. This should be it, you guys. Just mix that up again. So I did a 1/4 cup and a 1/8 of a cup. I'm gonna try my mixture again. Now that's nice. That's nice. So come back over here. This is an ice cream maker by Cuisinart. I'm not promoting Cuisinart. They did not pay me to advertise their ice cream maker. I just have it. So I'm just letting you know. So I'm using this. What I do, it's so easy. You have to freeze this bowl if you get a Cuisinart. And if you do get a Cuisinart, just read the instructions and they'll tell you what to do. But it's so easy. You just drop in the little mechanism. You put the top on it, and I usually turn it on. And I just pour in the mixture. And I usually let that go for about 20 to 25 minutes. But I'm not going to have you looking at this for 20 or 25 minutes. I have a surprise for you. This is a double video. We are getting ready to fry oyster mushrooms. Yes. Have you ever heard of oyster mushrooms? Here we go. These are oyster mushrooms. You can get them from Mom's or Giant or your local farmer's market. Oyster mushrooms. I have 4 packs in here. And what I'm going to use is to fry. It's not going to be deep fry. I'm just going to fry. Let me show you how much oil I have. Just enough to cover the pan a little bit. Maybe about 1/8 of an inch of oil. I'm using the grapeseed oil. Or if you don't have grapeseed oil, you can use avocado oil. I'm going to use garbanzo beans, flour. You can get this from Vitacost. or any local grocer. I'm also going to use the ancient grain spelt flour, the white spelt flour, instead of using wheat. I've added basil, onion powder, sea salt, black peppercorn, paprika, and spring water, and garlic and pepper. So what I did, just to save time, I've already made the mixture. So it's just like you frying chicken, but this is like a wet batter because you're going to have to give your mushrooms something to stick to. So I've already made the batter, and you can add whatever spices that you like to give it a nice taste. But like I said, these are oyster mushrooms, and I already opened them up and I peeled them off. And so this is what they look like. They look like a big flower, and you just peel them. And this is gonna, once it's fried, it's gonna look like a chicken wingette. So I've already made my mixture, and I always taste my mixture and make sure your mixture is like pancake consistency. You see that? Pancake consistency. So what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna taste my batter. Nice taste. But you can add lemon pepper. You can add a little bit of Old Bay to your chicken, because this is going to be chicken. It's oyster mushroom, but this is going to mimic chicken. So however you want your chicken. So now I'm just going to throw some pieces in here. I'm going to turn on my fire. Okay. I'm going to turn it on medium high just to get the oil going. Nice and hot. So I'm gonna throw some mushrooms in here. Just make sure it's coated. Make sure each piece is coated. A little more in here. Just make sure it's coated. You see, each of them, they're all coated. And so while I'm waiting for my pan to heat up, I just want to say a little thing about the ingredients that I'm using. This rapeseed oil, I got this from BJ's. That comes from BJ's Wholesale. Like I said, Vitacross, Amazon, and all the other seasons. You can get them from any grocery. But I just want to let you know, none of these ingredients or none of these companies have paid me to advertise their product. So I'm just want to just throw that out there. So, okay. So once I get all my oyster mushrooms in my wet batter mixture, now I've already prepared my dry batter. It's just the flour, the spelt flour, and I already put it in the bowl. And so what I'm going to do is, let me get my towel. Okay. What I'm going to do, just take out the mushroom, throw it in the flour. Just like if you frying chicken, just throw it in the flour. And we're going to get a nice batter on them, you guys. Yes. If you want to, you can also add seasonings to your flour if you want to. But I have the wet batter heavily seasoned, so I'm not going to need any in my batter. So, okay. And as far as the ingredients, I probably use a quarter of a teaspoon of sea salt, a quarter of a teaspoon of the garlic pepper, smoked paprika. I went a little heavy on that, so I probably use about a teaspoon of that. Probably a quarter of a teaspoon of the black pepper, a teaspoon of the onion powder. Oh, if I got that, tell you the basil, like a quarter teaspoon of basil. This is optional. I just like basil. But like I said, make it the way you fry your chicken. So, okay, I'm gonna throw some pieces in here. And while the ice cream is doing its thing, we're gonna fry us some oyster mushrooms. And so hopefully, by the time we get the oyster mushrooms all fried up, the ice cream will be ready too. Yes. So here we go. So just like chicken, just batter it up. I just usually put about 10 or 12 pieces in at a time, so all of them get battered, and then I just throw the rest in. Don't worry if they fall apart, because at the end we can gather all the little pieces and make one nice size chicken wingette. So this is our chicken. If you going vegan or vegetarian, instead of eating meat, this is my meat, you guys. So okay, we should have some. My pan should be hot. I'm just going to shake it so everything can get the flour on it. I'm gonna get over here. I'm gonna move this out of the way because we're done with this. The ice cream is already done. Okay, let me get back over here. Gotta get my towel. And here we go. Let's hope that my fire is hot enough. And like I said, just like chicken, just shake the excess. It's not quite that hot yet, but I'm gonna turn up just a tad so we can get this thing rolling. Usually I don't have it up to high, but for the video's sake, I'm gonna turn it up on high and then I'm gonna turn it down. But just like chicken, you just shake off the excess flour. I'm just gonna drop it in there. It kind of looks like a shrimp, but it's oyster mushrooms. But you know, with oyster mushrooms, you can do a lot with oyster mushrooms. When I make my seafood salad, I also use oyster mushrooms. Not in this form, but that's for another day, another video. So I'm just shaking off the excess flour, dropping the oyster mushrooms in here. They are delicious, you guys. You can already smell them. The aroma in the air is already, now I can wait until they get ready. Okay, we're frying now. You see that? We got some good heat going on. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful piece of chicken right there. Yes, I said chicken. Because that's what it's going to taste like. And this is a vegetable. And this is not fattening either, you guys. So very healthy, very healthy. And like I said, we fried it. I'm frying them in grapeseed oil, or you can use avocado oil. Those are the two oils that I do use. So just throw that one in there, and while that's frying, we're going to come over here and check to see what our ice cream is doing. Right now it's just churning, but if you look on the sides, on the walls, it's beginning to freeze. Yeah. And another thing I did, I put a bowl in the refrigerator, in the freezer. I put a bowl already in the freezer so it can stay cold. So when I do put the ice cream in there, it'll be cold instead of putting it in a room temperature bowl. Yes, but this is awesome. This is going to be some good eating, you guys. So, yes, they're looking quite nice. They're getting brown. I'm going to keep it on high just for the video's sake. But usually I turn it down a little bit, but just because I don't want my video to be so long. So, but you can see how they're already getting brown. Yes. So yeah, so, oh, let me show you what the container looked like. I don't know if I showed you what the container looked like. It comes in a container like this, and it says oyster mushrooms. Do not get the shiitake, do not get the cremini, get the oyster mushrooms. So I believe they may cost like $3.99 in your local grocer. Like I said, we got these from Whole Foods, so oyster mushrooms. And while that's still frying, we'll get back to the garbanzo bean flour. If you like garbanzo beans, even if you don't like garbanzo beans, because I'm not crazy about garbanzo beans. So the garbanzo bean flour is the best flour for your wet batter. And I just want to explain some of this flour. This is painted white spelt flour. So this is what is being battered in. And this is not wheat. And if you are gluten, I believe this is gluten-free. So this is a good flour. And I also use this flour to bake bread with as well. But yes, getting back to my mushrooms. See what's going on over here. Oh yeah, they're looking quite nice, you guys. Quite nice. I'm gonna bring one up. Look at that. It's not quite brown yet, but you see that? It looks like a shrimp, but we don't eat shrimp. Yeah, so just gonna let those cook right now. And I just, while I'm waiting, I just want to thank you guys for following me, for watching me. You know, you could be doing something else with your time. I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And if you ever in Maryland, in the area, I'll put my email in the link. Email me. And we can probably set something up if you want to taste some of this good old food. And I can do it. I can do it for you. I love cooking. I love cooking, you guys. Yes. So that was my little spiel. So here we go. Here we go. And I still have it on high. Yes, I'm messing with it a lot. But yeah, so let me see what else. And usually with the flour, I usually put about a couple of cups of the white flour in because I use 4 containers of the oyster mushrooms. So I put about 2 cups of the white flour in here. So because you really don't want to waste so much flour, and usually 2 cups of flour usually does it. Yeah. So come on back over here. Let me bring this back up to you again because you might not have seen it. It's called coconut whipping cream. I used a half a cup of this, you guys, and I got it off of Vital Cost. It may have cost like $4.50, but for 4 cups of milk, a half a can of this coconut whipping cream. What I usually do is just open it in advance, separate it, put in 2 containers, put it in the refrigerator so it can get cold, but not ice cold, but just cold enough so it won't be room temperature. And then I just use a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. You can add or you can use less if you like. Agave, I use 1/4 and then I use a 1/8. But you can do it. You can just pour in there and see what it tastes like. You can start with 1/8 and then just work your way up to it and just keep tasting it until it gets to your taste that you like, your sweetness. I like the sweet. Ice cream is sweet, so I like it sweet. So yeah, let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, bring the camera back over here. You see what the ice cream is doing now, you guys? It's forming. It's beginning to get a little thick. That's looking delicious. Yes, that's looking delicious. Yes. So let's get back over here to our mushrooms. Let's see what's going on with our mushrooms. Oh wow, isn't that beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? They are ready. They are ready, you guys. Yes. Oh yes, they are ready. So I'm going to turn them down a tad to medium high. If you like them a little browner, you can keep them a little brown. You can let them stay there. Or you can take them out now. So I'm going to take them out now because I don't like it dark brown. Look at that. Delicious. Bring the camera closer. Look at them, you guys. Look at them. Look at them. Don't that look like a chicken wingette? Oh, it smells so delicious. I wish you guys could smell this. Oh! I don't want to charm you guys, but I'm going to eat one of these. I'm going to let it cool off. While I have you, I'm going to throw some more in the pan and let it cool off. And just shake it off, just like chicken. Just drop it. So these are not going to take as long because I got some good heat going on right now. And I was hoping that the ice cream will be ready so I can show you guys the ice cream. But that may have to be another video because I'm not really trying to keep this video that long. But yeah, so I'm going to just stop it right here, you guys. Towel. I'm going to stop it right here, you guys. I'm going to bring up the oyster mushroom. I like hot food anyway. If you want to, you can get you a dipping sauce, but they taste delicious, just like this. And I want you to hear this crunch. Email me. We can do this. I'll even come to your house and make you something. You supply everything. You get me there, I'll do it for you. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. I give all the praises to the Most High. Hit that like button, subscribe, and also hit that bell. Because like I said, I'm going to be posting a lot more videos on this healthy cooking. I just want to thank you for watching. I'm sorry it took so long, but I was hoping that we can get all of this in one. Let's go back over here and see what the ice cream is doing before we log off. Look at that. In about 10 more minutes, we're going to have vanilla ice cream, you guys. Thank you so much. I want to thank my videographer. Thank you, guys. You have a blessed day.